Hello and welcome to The Unexpected List. I'm Will, and with me as always is my only contestant,
Sarah.
And the way this works is simple. I give Sarah a word or phrase, and she gives me the first 5 board games that come to mind. She can't research. It's completely unexpected.
Really unexpected.
And here we go. Your word for today, unorthodox.
Okay.
All right, we're back with Sarah's unexpected stack. Sarah, how are these games unorthodox?
Well, I could only think of 3 of them. Will had to help me with 2 because after the 3, my brain just went like, what? So that was a weird word. So let's see if y'all agree whether these are unorthodox. So we're going to start with Your Town, which is a graphic novel adventure. It is what I guess more people would refer to as a game book. But that's, I guess, what's unorthodox about it is it's a book that's a game then. And the whole thing is was it Van Ryder?
Yeah,
right?
Van Ryder. They came out with a whole bunch when...
I think they've come out with like 3 series of these, and
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but good things. It's just for us, they're not the most visually accessible, but there are games that you play inside this, like, was this one where you have to like drop a pencil on?
That was one when you're
Yeah.
shooting.
When you're shooting, which just...
But there's other
Yeah.
little games like that, and you're building a town in
Right.
this one.
So there's a map in the back that you're trying to build out, although I think we ended up with a piece of paper somewhere, which I don't see in here. I have the bookmark, but anyways, there's a piece of paper I think we were drafting on instead of writing in the back of the book. But there's Your Town, a graphic novel adventure, so a game book.
Okay, number 2.
Chiseled. This one was actually my, I thought of this one because we like a lot of deck building games, but this is a deck sculpting game or shedding game as there are. There aren't that many of these type of games, and I like this one because it's very different in how it approaches you thinning your deck down. Like,
Yeah, you choose a tool.
Right.
And then you apply it to your deck.
Right. So and the way it integrates with the theme, it feels like you are taking this big giant piece of marble and sculpting it down to the thing you want it to be. And of course, that would be victory points, of course, which you score in a variety of different ways. So this one just felt really unorthodox in that a lot of people play deck building games, which we also really like, but this is getting rid of cards.
Yeah, if you want a simpler one that's more for all player counts, definitely check out Abandon All Artichokes.
Yeah.
If you want a more gamery one, maybe check out Find Sand.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Those are other games where you're basically reducing your deck.
Right. All right, Corinth. So what's unorthodox about this is this was released during the pandemic as a free print and play first, and the company that did it, that was so popular, they printed it. That's definitely very unusual. And I know we could have stuck with just the free version, but it is kind of nice to have a printed version of it. So if you still want it for free, you can find Corinth. I think it's on the Days of Wonders website. If not, I think it might be on Board Game Geek for download, but it is still available. It's a relatively simple roll and write, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned that because another game we have here is also unorthodox in that way. But you're thinking it's unorthodox in a completely different way, too.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so that's Corinth. So what he's talking about is Rolling Realms. So this is interesting in that it originally...
Also was a free game.
During the pandemic. And so the Rolling Realms mechanisms, it's a roll and write, and each little mini game is based on a different game from Stonemaier Games. Originally, it was just Stonemaier Games
that they published
because that's what they have, the
rights to.
Exactly. The interesting part is it inspired people so much that fans started making versions based on all other sorts of games out there. And eventually there was enough demand that Stonemaier Games started making contracts or however you do these things. Agreements. And so now they have published packs based on other people's games. I've never seen that like in any other game. It is quite unorthodox, but it is really cool and engaging because each of these games gets distilled not only down to like what its core essence is, but it fits into the Rolling Realms mechanisms.
Yes.
So you still have a really engaging time no matter which packs you're using. And so you get to kind of experience mini games based on these larger games from a variety of different publishers. And this wouldn't have happened any other way than this way.
It's almost like an advertisement in a box.
Yeah. It's like, do you think you want to try Takedo? Or, God, I can't even think of any game. There's so many games. It's just that was the first one to come to mind. I think he said he was done doing games or packs based on other people's games.
Yeah, so he's still putting out games that they produce.
Yes.
So like I think Finspan.
Finspan, I think, was the most recent.
Apiary got one.
Yeah, and Wormspan.
Yeah.
All right, Fromage. This was the other one that Will had to remind me of because, yeah, I couldn't remember. This is a turntable board, which you turn, and it works. It is so mind-blowing that the mechanisms, because you put your pieces on like little wedges, and there's a vertical part of it, your person, and as you turn the board, they start facing away from you, and you don't get it back until that person is facing you again, which only works with the turntable. Now, the turntable is not perfect.
Right. Yeah, it could use some work or a more deluxeified version of it. But the way they have it, it still surprisingly works more than not.
Yes. So, again, that's what I thought of, or that's what he thought of with Unorthodox, and I agree because that does fit very well. Okay, Will, so since I took 2 of your suggestions, do you still have one?
Yeah, the only other one I could think of, this was adapted from a drinking game that uses little pigs, but I like the Coca-Cola Polar Rollers.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's not rolling dice, it's rolling meeples.
And in this case, they're Coca-Cola bears, the polar bears.
And based on how they roll, determine what you get.
Yeah.
And whether or not you keep pushing your luck to try to score the more and more points. And I thought that was a very unorthodox. Here's something that's not meant to roll.
Yeah.
Roll it anyways.
And just see what happens. It's like, who would have thought of the original game, which is based on rolling little pig-shaped pigs? I mean, it's just such a weird thing.
It's like somebody had this weird little figurines.
Right?
And like, hey, let's make a game of this.
Let's roll them pigs.
Yeah, and I think it was initially like a drinking
game.
I
think it was originally. So, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like drunks would make this.
All right, well, Unorthodox. What do you think of when you think of the word unorthodox? Do you think of anything, or were you kind of puzzled like me? But leave a comment down below letting us know if there's any game that you think is a little unorthodox.
Yeah, because unlike Sarah, you can do all the research you want. And this has been
The Unexpected List.
If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can reach out to us on the various social media platforms at
Rolling with 2, that's TWO. We're on Blue Sky, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For Discord, we have a channel on Tabletop Express. Check the show notes for the invite link.
If you have time, check out the other content Nanaman has found for you, because remember, he's rolling with you.